In this particular slide, we are going to talk about how the entire system actually works. When we say entire system, we are talking about the policies and the standards, all these different type of controls comes in, all that kind of thing, right? So where it start, where the security starts in a any company when you are laying down things from scratch. So basically, the first thing we do is we define, like, obviously there will be strategies, right? We will make goals, and based on that, you will start with implementing policies, right? So these policies will help set high-level expectations, as you can see here, right? High-level expectations, and then those policies are supported by standards, right? Because policies are very high level. Then in standards, we are going and digging in. There are multiple level of security you can implement, but standard will help you to map it what you require in your company, right? So we define quantifiable requirement. We are very specific. You can say being specific, right? And on these specifics, we go and prepare the baselines then for different systems and all that, correct? Now, when you are preparing these baselines, you bring in some kind of controls. Like, for example, you are going to make a baseline for your Windows 10 machines or for your server, right? What is that you will add up with your operating system? Or maybe few services by default, it is enabled, but you don't need it, you are going to cut that short, you are going to trim it, right? So all that thing will come from controls. You will have different type of controls. Like, for example, on an endpoint, what kind of controls you should have? You must have antivirus, you must have encryption. These are bare minimum, I am saying, right? You must have encryption, you must have USB disabled in a company environment, right? What else? You need to have web, like somebody accessing some website which is not authorized, which can be a malicious website. So website filtering you need to do, right? Then you need to have some control on the privilege access. You will go and disable all those local accounts, right? What are these? What are these actually? In security, yeah. In security, we call it as controls. Security controls. But then why at all we implement controls? Every control should have an objective, right? Antivirus should have a objective. What is the objective? To prevent any kind of
malicious attack.
Any kind of malicious attack and all, right? And also please remember, we also talk about when we say objective, objectives are time defined, they are measurable, right? So that means time defined is okay because you are going to implement it, but then these are also need to be measurable. You need to see the effectiveness of these controls, isn't it? Maybe you may track all these things through your SCCM to see if this is something which is measurable and it is effective. If it is not effective, some incidents are created. You may have an account of on those incidents as well. How many incidents are coming in your company, right? How many is your SOC team is actually working upon those incidents, right? So the control must have a control objective, right? So it identified desired condition to be met, what we want to achieve. If the company want to invest for antivirus or it is going to invest in DLP, what is the end objective? What you're going to achieve? It may be to prevent any kind of malicious attack, to keep your laptop safe, user safe, and at the same time prevent any kind of infection exfiltration, right? Those kind of things. So these are the control objectives. Control objective, as I told you, time bound and measurable. You need to have an effective measurement for that. How you do it? How you do it? You have central dashboard, all these antivirus server, they go and report to a central server. Therein we have dashboards and we are able to see, okay, today there are 2% infections in my company. And then you are able to, through antivirus software and all, you are able to control that situation also. You need to have some policies also implemented out there, right? So every control comes with a control objective, and then the control is implemented. To make this a business statement, normally you will go and say to your leadership, this is the business case. And I need an approval to implement all antivirus on all systems, because this is how we are going to protect it, and we are going to save this much money in this much time. Right? Then leadership will give you approval. So that is how the controls comes in, right? And then there are procedures also defined. Procedures what for? Step-by-step documentation to make sure that if somebody is not there, other person is able to do. And we are very clear in the approach, what need to be done, how it need to be done, right? Now, as you know, everything cannot be controlled through all this. So there has to be some guidelines. So it provides additional recommendations on top of everything, just like cherry on the ice cream, right? You prepared everything, and then over to that, you have guidelines also defined. So this is how the entire thing will run, right? So I hope that gives you a clear picture.